This is a video I want to make just to prove that I sent public records request response acknowledgement filings. Carrie Ann Pedrosa for the Executive Assistant, Nevada Commission on Ethics. Okay, they sent me this email after I requested for the forms of these persons that are working as public service agents who are supposed to have this form filed. There's Sheriff Deputy Robert Patton, Nye County, no acknowledgement form on file. Nye County Sheriff Captain David Berkowitz, no acknowledgement form on file. This is the Churchill County Sheriff's Office, Chad Sweeney, no acknowledgement form on file. Nye County Sheriff's Office, Bill Beck, the Undersheriff, no acknowledgement form on file. This is the Undersheriff here, Bill Beck, no acknowledgement form on file. This here is the Captain, Nye County Sheriff's Captain, David Berkowitz. These are the two from the stop that I watched that night, a couple nights ago, night of the unconstitutional ordinance town hall meeting that they're dumb on or whatever. Okay, this is just to prove that no acknowledgement form on file. You can see the names. Berkowitz, David Berkowitz, no acknowledgement form on file. Bill Beck, the Undersheriff, no acknowledgement form on file. I will go to, let's see, well, we want to do NRS. NRS on ethics. NRS on ethics. Okay, it comes up with Chapter 281a. Okay. If you come down here, let's see, 281a 500, I believe it is. 281a 500. It says, notice and acknowledgement of statutory ethical standards, distribution of information regarding standards, duty to file acknowledgement, contents, form, retention, penalty for willful refusal to file. Down here on number 11, I'll let you guys go to 281a 500 if you want, but like down here on 11, it says willful refusal to execute and file the acknowledgement required by this section shall be deemed to be a willful violation of this chapter for the purposes of NRS 281a 785 and 281a 790 and nonfeasance in office for the purposes of NRS 283.440, and if the public officer is removable from office pursuant to NRS 283.440, the Commission may file a complaint to the appropriate court for removal of the public officer pursuant to that section. This paragraph grants an exclusive right to the Commission, and no other person may file a complaint against the public officer pursuant to NRS 283.440 based on any violation of this section. So basically, this is number 11 is saying that it's a willful violation if this willful refusal to execute and file this acknowledgement. is nonfeasance and a willful violation of the NRS. So, you know, oh yeah, another thing is that I wanted to show you the ethics manual. Ethics Manual 2014. Let's see here. Hold on, guys. (2014). Okay. Here's the Nevada Ethics Manual from 2014. I'll show you the exact ethical file, the exact form that they're supposed to file right here. Okay. It's the 2014 Ethics Manual. It says Nevada Commission on Ethics, Ethics and Government Manual for Nevada Public Officers and Public Employees. NRS 281a, July 2014. If you scroll down to the bottom of this ethics manual, which this whole ethics manual is really good, but down here is the form that they're supposed to file. I think it's the second from the bottom form. Yeah, right here. Okay. Nevada Acknowledgement of Ethical Standards for Public Officials. Okay, it tells them to put their name right there, title of public office, public entity, like which one they're working for. You know, and then they don't work, they serve. They don't work. It's not a job. This is not a profession. Public service is not a profession. It's a job. I mean, it's a public service is not a profession or a job. It's a service. Okay, now, date appointed or elected to office, address, city, state, zip. They're supposed to have their address and everything. This is like their this is their whole, they're supposed to have their whole identification right here so that they can be held accountable for the bad things that they do, because they are doing bad things. I hereby acknowledge that handwritten initials required to the left of each of the following statements is as indicated. Okay, it says, I have received, read, and understand the statutory ethical standards for public officers and public employees provided in NRS Chapter 281a, NRS 281a 500 1a, and I have a responsibility to inform myself and of any amendments to the statutory ethical standards as soon as reasonably practicable after each session of the legislature. NRS 281a 501b. I understand that my refusal to execute and file this acknowledgement constitutes a willful violation of Chapter NRS 281a of NRS, which may subject me to civil penalties. Further, if I am subject to removal from office pursuant to NRS 283.440, the Constitution or the Commission may file a complaint in the appropriate court for my removal for nonfeasance in office to NRS 281a 500b. The information I have provided herein is accurate and complete, the form tries to say. Okay? Now, if I scroll to the rest of the form, it wants them to date, signature, print name here. Who is required to file? Appointed public officer within 30 days of taking office for each term of office. Elected public officer who is elected at general election. January 15th of the year following the general election for each term of office. Elected public officer who is elected at an election other than the general election within 30 days of taking office for each term of office. Appointed public officer who serves at the pleasure of the appointing authority and does not have a definite term of office. within 30 days of taking office, and then January 15th every even-numbered year while holding that office. So this is where you file the completed form. Statutory ethical standards may be obtained for requested form, blah, blah, blah. This is the Acknowledgement of Ethical Standards for Public Officers, page 1 of 1. So now they understand that that by it says they have to have this thing. It's a willful violation if they don't have this on file, and there's no excuse of there is no excuse. Ignorance is no excuse. So this is what they're supposed to have on file. Otherwise, they're violators of NRS, which they would try to take you or me to jail for a violation of NRS. And I proved that they are in violation of NRS. Here's my email from the Nevada State Ethics Commission's no acknowledgement form on file. Deputy Patton, Robert Patton, booking agent at the Nye County Detention Center, Tonopah. Nye County Sheriff Captain David Berkowitz, no acknowledgement form on file. Nye County Sheriff's Office Undersheriff Bill Becht, no acknowledgement form on file. I've done this for every single employee I've asked for these acknowledgement forms have not had their acknowledgement form on file, and if they do have an acknowledgement form on file, it's not timely filed, and the NRS says not timely filed is as good as not filed at all. So this is a really bad thing, and I can prove that all the actors in my case that are trying to get me, that are trying to maliciously prosecute me, have no acknowledgement form on file. I've asked this David Berkowitz for help against the malicious prosecution. He says he's not going to help me, and he's also going to uphold the unconstitutional TPOs that are placed on me so that I can't go down to my public building and protest. He's going to make it to where I can't go down to the public building. He's going to enforce that unconstitutional BS. Nye County Sheriff's Office Bill Becht, the undersheriff, the new undersheriff. This is not a good look. This is very bad. He's a violator of NRS. They would want to take me to jail if I violated NRS, but I'm not even supposed to be held account to NRS. I'm supposed to be held account to the law. These are NRS's regulations for public service agents. NRS's regulations for public service agents. They're supposed to follow the law and the regulations. I'm supposed to be accountable to the law. I am one of the people. I should be held to the constitutional law, not these regulations. These employees and officers who are supposed to have regulations enforced upon them. And these guys aren't even getting the regulations enforced upon them. All of these guys they have no acknowledgement form on file. I'm telling you, it's awful. I don't know how to explain it any more than that. I'm being prosecuted by a bunch of people that aren't even upholding their own regulations. But I'm supposed to be I guess I'm the one that's supposed to be the setter of all this good stuff. I don't know. I do know it's not right. It's not just. Somebody needs to step in on my behalf. I should not be being prosecuted by people that can't even file an ethics acknowledgement form. And this is exactly why they're acting unethical to me. This is why I have to protest Jim Basinger, because Jim Basinger, I have the email where Jim Basinger has no ethics acknowledgement form on file. Therefore, I know exactly why he's acting unethical to me, and I know exactly why I need to protest him. And then I'm getting arrested for protesting. I'm getting arrested for defending myself against his threats of wanting to stick my camera up my ass while I'm holding the camera, while he's coming at me. I don't know any other way to put this.
I'm being maliciously prosecuted and ran through the ringer by a bunch of people, and there are no bars. There's only bar attorneys. There are no counsel. There are no lawful counsel. They are not offering me the right to counsel of my choice, because they're trying to tell me I have to have a bar attorney. It's not fair. It's not right. It's not just. If I'm sitting in the jail or in the prison over what's happened in all these matters, then you know for a fact that I've been doing my homework, that I've been trying to do my emails, I've been putting in my requests, I've been trying to showcase the fact that these motherfuckers are not doing right to me. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you anybody who is in concern of this, and thank you anybody that is in concern with what's going on with me. God bless you that is.